is the new year. And what I mean by that is whenever you have a birthday, that is a new year. Whenever you're having or starting your new trip around the sun again, that is your personal new year. And pretty soon, I will be sharing that with everyone because I have been talking about it for the last 50 something days. I think this is day 52. Yeah, February the 2nd. I think this is day 52. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm talking about my birthday. I'm doing a countdown to 55 days to the 55th day, celebrating my 55th chapter or my trip around the sun. And today I am going to talk about how I want my new year to look because it can look any kind of way. A lot of people, some people, I can't say everybody, but some people tend to think about what they would like life to look for them in their new chapter. Most people do not. So today I'm talking about mine. It should look unknown but familiar. Unknown but familiar. If you know the mind of an Aquarian, then you know what I mean. The unknown. Okay, so what I mean by the unknown is I know where it is I'm going. I know where it is I'm supposed to be, but I may not know exactly how to get there just yet. So I'm doing a lot of things and I am prepping, but still, even with all the prepping and knowing where I want to go, how is the thing. And the familiar part is I know I've been there before. How I've been there before is I transported myself through my mind and I saw myself there. This is why it's familiar to me. So, although I'm going into the unknown and I've seen the end, I've seen the beginning, I've seen the end. Now it's time to work out everything in the middle. And that's where all the work begins. That's where all the work is. And that's how it's going to get me to my end. So, now to make plans for all of that and get things going. I want it to look like I should be there, wherever there is. Say, for instance, I want to, okay, so everybody knows I have been working on my doctorates. Say, for instance, I'm near the end and I am going to be completed by the end of the year. It should look like that I should be there. That's what it should look like. So, in essence, I'm doing the things. I'm putting in applications. I'm updating my resume, updating my CV, and I am making new connections and getting more connections with other doctoral candidates and those who have their doctorates and, networking like that and other business owners and experts in their field and, all those things. And it just should look like that I should be there. I am going through the motions. Not only that, I am, how should I put it? Look the part. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh my goodness. You know how sometimes your brain just like all of a sudden just, yeah, mine just did that. So anyway, yeah, and not just look the part on the outside, but on the inside. I have to be ready. The only way that I know that I should be there is by what I look like on the inside. And am I there on the inside? That's what I mean. It should look like my path should be unblocked, cleared, open, and any and everything prosperous that I desire or need should be flowing directly to me now, henceforth, and forevermore. It should look like that. It should it should be, yeah, just that. Plain and simple. Cleared, unblocked, and open. Because anything that gets in my way, it can be a hindrance. There are going to be obstacles, there are going to be challenges. The thing is, how am I going to respond to those things? And what can I do to bust those things that are blocking my way so that my way can be cleared and unblocked and open? So everything that I need and desire are flowing directly to me, materializing in the realm that I'm living in right now. So, yeah, that's what it should look like. Now, how I should get there, I know what I want to look like, but how I'm going to get it to look like that is by listening to my inner wisdom, my intuition, my inner guidance. Yeah, that. And that takes a lot of time. That takes a lot of effort. And if you do not spend time with yourself, it's going to be very difficult. It really is. It is a practice that I have been honing, that I've been doing it for many, many years, ever since I was a child, really. And it sharpened more in my teen years and in my very early 20s. And I am at a point in my life, 30 some years later, where I am resharpening. I am sharpening those skills again, but I'm doing it just a little bit different. I'm meditating a lot more, and I do mean a lot more. It is something I've done most of my life. Check out meditation if you do not. If you do not. When I say you can materialize a lot more, I mean you can materialize a lot more. And I don't just mean in physical things, spiritual things, things that have to do with your characteristics, things that have to do with you healing from some things, those things like that. And being able to be guided by your intuition, your knower, that is such a liberating thing. That, because that's where you find your most independence. It's where you find your most independence, and it's where you find your most peace, by listening more to your inner guidance and your intuition. And like I said, if you do not spend time with yourself, it's going to be difficult. Visualization is a powerful, powerful tool. And this is what I do during meditation. I visualize a lot. That's how I've been able to accomplish the things that I have been able to accomplish in my life, in spite of it all, in spite of everything that I've been through, in spite of all of the cards that I have been dealt in my life. I have been very, very, very fortunate and unqualified for unsuccessful living because of the way that I visualize. I just meditate on what I want. This is how I get to where I need to be or where I desire to be. It's by doing a lot of visualization. Sometimes I just sit and get quiet and just watch it all in the spirit realm. And then I do one particular thing during that day that says, hey, I'm already there. That helps unlock some things in heaven and bind some things that should not be. Those things that come to beset me, some things, some thoughts because there are some thoughts that are out here floating around, and sometimes they cause a disruption in the frequency of your mind. And if you're not careful, they will settle in your subconscious, because that's where most of the manifestation takes place, is in your subconscious. And if you're not careful, they will settle in. As soon as you feel the negativity of that, it is important to nullify and neutralize those thoughts before they settle in, because once they settle in, it's hard to work them out. So I use a lot of visualization, and it really, really helps. As I previously said, I do one thing after visualization. Get your tongue together, Granny. I live it out. I do one thing in particular. Say, for instance, I want a new car. And I see myself in this particular car that I am desiring or needing. And I visualize myself in it, whether it's the color, whether it's the make and model, it doesn't matter. Even the customized features, like what color interior I want, if I want leather seats or cloth seats, those things. So what do? I go online, I look these cars up, I visualize some more. I make an appointment to talk to someone, so I show up at the dealership and I test drive one. Sometimes it may be 2 years before I actually get the car. But you know what? I did something to live it out. I drove one and I visualize it as being mine. Those things are a lot more powerful than you believe. These are all the same things I did coming out of a life of abuse. I visualized myself out. I visualized what I wanted my life to look like on the other side, free and safe. And I have been there since 2018, and I am very happy. So, this is what I want my life to look like at chapter 55, and this is the way I'm going to get there.